Tonight about a hit-and-run victim in South Baltimore and the actions of a good Samaritan to come to his aid.
WMAR 2 News' Jeff Hager has more on the victim and the actions to save his life.
You'll recall her name is Petty Officer First Class Sarah Morin, and she received medical training through the U.S. Coast Guard. But it was her compassionate act to comfort a man mowed down by a hit-and-run driver, which we now know may have made the difference. Struck down by a hit-and-run driver at this Pennington Avenue bus stop on Friday night, the victim convulsed from serious injuries on the ground, awaiting paramedics, when Sarah Morin held his hand and comforted him some 15 minutes until help arrived.
Extensively. I don't know his name. I don't know anything about him. I left hoping that he was okay, but I think his injuries were very significant, so I'm not sure what happened to him.
We have now learned the victim, 59-year-old Ababakar Tiem, worked here at the Valley Proteins plant, a short distance from the bus stop where he had just got off work and was heading home when his life turned in an instant.
I got a call that morning from another of my employees, and Ababakar's wife called him and said he never came home from work. So he went over to her apartment, and I guess they called 911, and they actually, my understanding is they traced it through his phone. They pinged his phone and found out he was in shock trauma.
The victim's supervisor, Sean Muzan, visited him in the hospital.
The only thing he remembers is just the headlights and just waking up in the hospital.
Tiem suffered a broken back when that car apparently jumped the curb and struck him before speeding away.
He was definitely in a lot of pain. He told me that, he told me the outcome, the surgery. He had rods in his back, said he could walk just barely. It was painful for him to walk.
But the husband and father of 4 young children survived the full impact of the car. And his boss says it's in no small measure due to those who came to his aid when he needed it the most.
Sarah is a good Samaritan. We thank her here at Valley Protein. What she did was just fantastic. It probably saved his life.
Morin later happened upon the driver in her damaged vehicle just a few blocks away and convinced her to return to the scene. Police say she's a 45-year-old Baltimore woman who has yet to face charges, but they suspect alcohol played a role in the crash.